might think that she is a baddie, but you definitely don't respect her in the same way as a 2 p.m. girl. Like some girls, you would never dare text them at 2 a.m. And be like, pull up. Like I want to.
Because you're like, they would not be into that kind of
And maybe
vibe.
they will, but like, and then also like when you're trying to take a girl serious or whatever, you don't even want them to say yes to that. Like you don't even want them to be down to pull up at 2 a.m. Like if a girl lets you hit, I say like the first.
I always say this. I always say this.
Then like that automatically, a dude is automatically going to put them in a category.
I know it sucks. That
so
is
like,
a thing.
And you can have a connection with a girl or whatever, but they can still have enough self control to like at least make the dude wait for a little bit. If they want to
take it serious.
They should know that a guy is going to put them in a category because in a dude's mind they're going to think like she's done this before. I'm not the first dude.
This with everyone.
I'm not the first dude that has gotten her to be able to want to do this on date 2 or date 1.
Yeah.
So that's I think why dudes subconsciously put them in a category.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I seen this post, but damn, what's the old girl name, man? Bernice Burgos. Now I don't know if this story is real. I'm just gonna go say it here and say allegedly. So basically, she was saying I'm gonna kind of do two different kind of videos here. I'm gonna kind of talk about kiss and telling from the female perspective a little bit more. Now I'll talk about the guys in another video. So, this particular lady, Bernice Bergo, she was just, I don't know, she was a bartender. Last year she lied and said she made a whole bunch of money bartending. It was some insane request that she made, talking about she bartended, right? And insane amount of money. So she turned around and she said, allegedly, I don't know if this post was real, but allegedly she said this, right? So trying to pull it up now. I don't know, man. Like she basically said, because he sent it to me on Threads, bro. Here we go. He said, I remember watching a Boston Celtics game, Bernice Burgos on Jaylen Brown, allegedly. When Jaylen Brown started sending me private secret DMs, I guess he had him on she had him on vanish mode or something like that. I gave him a chance. We went out today. He gave you a chance, woman. I went on a date. Later, he asked me if he wanted for a one night stand. I agreed. After that, he dropped me completely. Does he think I'm cheap for now saying yes? Does he think I'm cheap for now saying yes? Does he know who I am? I'm making sure he faced my legal team. Just watch. So I don't know if she really say this, but these women broke. They want to sue for everything. Oh, it was a piece of a croissant in my fucking Starbucks coffee or something like that. But I want to talk about the art of kiss and telling, and I want to just talk about this consent thing. And it was a particular woman last year who said that. I start off with the consent thing. It was a particular woman that said her homegirl went out with a guy, and I'll try to find a clip. He smashed, and she then tried to say, she met another guy. He treated her well, and then she tried to say, well, the other guy didn't treat me well. It wasn't, I feel like he grape soda me, right? And she was like, her friend was like, no, you went out with him, you got him drunk, you wanted to do it. And she felt like, because the other guy showed her a nice time and treated her really well, that she tried to go back in her mind and say, well, maybe I didn't give consent I didn't really get a guy consent when she took advantage of the guy and he was drunk. And that's how women think. All of a sudden, a guy treats you nice, your worth, or he smashed and hit the DoorDash, he smashed past you and passed you on, and all of a sudden you thought he took advantage of me, he didn't stay with me, I'm hurt because he played me, or he didn't give me a better shot. No, he asked to smack out. You didn't get no money out of it. You was a quick lick. Oh, do you know who I am? Obviously a one night stand. A bitch who had one night stands with NBA players, and that's it. You thought, a lot of women just think if they can get the average guy in bed, or they can get a guy in bed, that they're so spectacular in bed that a guy's going to fall in love with you. You know what I'm saying? Especially an NBA player that had multiple amount of women. This is the same dude that was walking around with that WNBA player and Angel Reese. And it's the dangerous thing about women. They make up these scenarios in their head in which you're a liar. You agreed to a one night stand. What are you talking about? You agreed to let him smash for a one night stand. How are you going to get your legal team if this is true? But a lot of women do this. A lot of women, after they give up the buns and the guy don't want to be with them or treat them like a statistic or treat them like a one night stand, a lot of these women, when they give up their body and they're in a submissive state, they're very vulnerable. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, now he took advantage of me. And it's a lot of guys that got, especially before segregation, they got unalived over this. And Becky said he did this, but Becky was the one that coerced him. She could have just been like, no, you know what? I'm not the type of girl, whoop-de-whoop, and maybe he would have been like, cool. And, in general, that's just what it is. She felt vulnerable. She felt like I was in a vulnerable state. The guy took advantage of me, even though I agreed to it. In her mind, he's the villain. And a lot of times in these women's stories, they make up some stories in their head, or they change stories in their head to villainize the man, to vilify the man. And that's just what it is. It's not about the truth. It's not about the facts or none of that. It's just about how they feel. Even if how they feel is a lie. Oh, he hurt me because I agreed to give him the buns, but he hurt me, so I want to throw him in jail. A lot of women did this before. A lot of women do this with their children, their baby father. They never was together. They used to just kick it. He moved on to another girl, even though they never had a commitment. She knew that. She thought her baby was going to keep him. She thought our box was going to keep him. The baby didn't keep him. The box didn't keep him. He moved on to another woman. All of a sudden, now he can't see his kid. A lot of y'all think these scenarios that these women be having, it really be the truth, and it be far from the truth. They be calling dudes cheaters. They be calling dudes dogs. And the guy never gave you a commitment. How did he cheat on you if y'all never was an item? But to kind of, go on the other thing about kissing and telling, women can't help but shut the F up. Women can't always tell their experiences, their body counts. They always gonna tell somebody they circle, they home girl, sometimes they mother. They always gonna tell their sexual experiences, and they can't shut up. And now they go into the internet. It's an art of not kissing and telling. One thing about guys who get a lot of women, they don't kiss and tell. They don't kiss and tell. Real dudes that's really cracking a lot of women, they ain't really telling nobody nothing like that. If you catch them with a chick, they trying to just act like, oh, we just cool. They protect the woman. They protect the little situation they got going on. They ain't trying to go out here publicizing that he cracking this girl, especially like in high school or college. They just keeping it on the low. And if y'all kind of find out y'all smashing the same girl, y'all just keep it player and having a conversation with it. But the one thing about women, they can't help but tell nobody, oh, he did this. And they just hold themselves. They put themselves in a whole spot. They put their body count online. Why would you come out here and even reveal this type of thing? That should have been something that you should have just kept in the grave. You ain't even put it in the book to monetize it or to sell it. You offered this information, and a very beautiful girl, you offer this information for what? It just, really puts the stigma that you a hoe. You easy out there. And this is why you are a very beautiful woman and 40 some years old and you never got married. You right for the street, but you ain't right for the marriage gate, So the marriage gate. So it don't really surprise me, but women shouldn't kiss and tell neither. Women should have a certain, presence about themselves or decor about themselves, if that's the right word, to not to be kissing and tell. Don't talk about your sexual experiences publicly. Well, how does that do you any good talking about, who rapper I was with or what guy I was with? Even when you start talking about I went on a date with him, I used to date him. In our mind, you fucked him. Oh, no, we just went over here and had a Starbucks coffee. No, in our mind, we jumped to the conclusion this man, oh, you fucked him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we didn't really do nothing. That's just my bro. In my mind, you fucked him. So you shouldn't even really be talking about the guys you've been with publicly. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even address that. Look at Ruby Rose talking about all the different guys that she been with, throughout her career. Now she's a beautiful woman, but really a top dude that really got emotion, that really want to hone in on a solid chick. They ain't gonna pick Ruby Rose. Respectfully, they won't. They won't. So yeah, women shouldn't kiss and tell neither, Ben, because then you kissing and telling your body count. Then that's not ladylike is what I was looking for. But hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.